All right, your agency is stuck at 15K, you have one creator and you don't know what to focus on, which, fair enough, right? This is the first plateau most agencies sit, so I'm not even gonna judge, right? Very, very classic. So as far as I understand from the question, you're stuck at 15K, you don't know what to focus on, scaling the one creator you already make 15K with, or building an acquisition system. And the answer is neither of those in the first step. Because right now you're making decisions based on feelings, based on guesses. And whatever you choose, it's gonna be a gamble, but we don't wanna gamble with all the money that you make right now. So the first of the first action steps is run the stage 1 bottleneck test, and you have to identify if the reason you're stuck, so the leak, because when you're stuck, that just means you're leaking money somewhere, right? Is the leak the owner capacity? Is it the marketing? Is it the backend? Where do you lose the money? That's the first thing we identify. And second of all, which potential does this creator have? So you run the golden creator calculation. How much availability does she have? How much do I think I can scale her up? How much content can she do per week? How responsive is she from 1 to 10? All these things, because our question is not, oh, why are we stuck? It's also, should we focus on this one creator or get new ones, right? So this is the two things we're gonna do first. Identify where the bottleneck is based on numbers. It's a KPI thing. You're gonna dive deeper to the numbers, find out why am I stuck, and is this creator the right one to put all my focus on? And depending on the answers, we're gonna have very, very different action steps here. But I'm still gonna give you like a rundown of what happens next. So what you're gonna start doing is you're gonna pick one constraint for the next 30 days, right? If you take 5 things to scale, you're gonna end up back at 0. So you're gonna pick one thing that is holding the agency back. For example, backend or acquisition or your own capacity. If you work 14-hour days, that is the bottleneck. You are not able to scale because you are too busy. So you're gonna pick one of those. So for the next 30 days, you're gonna track every metric for this separately. So for example, let's say we're gonna take conversion, right? Let's say we make a bunch of views, we make a bunch of money in the back end, but some other people don't end up subscribing. Cool, that's what we focus on. Then we're gonna start tracking every single number that's involved, okay? Subs per day, link clicks, views, profile interactions, OF visitors, conversion, first lifetime value, 24 hours, all that stuff, right? And then you're gonna start seeing where in the conversion the actual issue is, because it's never just conversion. It is, our conversion is good, but we lose people on the OF profile, or the point where we lose the most people is on the Instagram. So you're gonna do that. In the meantime, what I also would like you to do, because I can kind of see in the tonality that this is one of the problems here, just use the vacation test. Just use the vacation test. If you took 2 weeks off on Monday, right, you just go to the Bahamas, you leave your phone, your MacBook, everything, you just leave it at home. You don't take anything with you. And you come back in 14 days. What breaks first? What's the first thing that goes to shit? That's your real bottleneck. That's your real bottleneck, trust me. And of course you had 15K, so you don't have a big team, you don't have like big systemized processes, all that stuff. But even then, if your systems are set up that well, it shouldn't break first. That's my point, right? If you say, okay, our marketing systems are basically locked and loaded, right? I have all the Reddit posts, all the Instagram reels, I have everything perfectly spent out. It takes me an hour per day. Chances are it doesn't break first, realistically, right? But if you say, man, if I don't yell at my chatters every single day, they're gonna drop their performance instantly because they only get motivated by like force, more or less, then you know where you lose the most money, because that's no way to run a company.